What's going on, folks? It's your friendly neighborhood Professor Cag, swinging through the hallways, highways, and byways of a local Zoom room near you. And today I want to actually come to you all with a brief video on really how to get oriented into the class. Oh, excuse me. So, as you can see here on my front screen, I'm at the home page on our Canvas. Now, I just want to kind of show you how to navigate your way through some of the first assignments for this particular. Excuse me. Man, the weekend must have been too good to me. I wanted to show you all how to navigate through the Canvas page to get to your first assignment, and also to get to all of the rest of your assignments throughout the class. I want to also take you through our course map, which is found in the form of the course schedule. I'll show you all also too where to find the course schedule on Canvas too as well. So we'll cover just these four things, and then we'll actually circle right on back around to just kind of summarizing it all up. Well, for starters, let's kind of get going with where to get oriented in the class. So a lot of you should have actually received an email from me on the first day of class, and that actually came from the announcements. So when you actually click here on the announcements, it'll take you to that same page, and it'll show you two entries here. Disregard these two at the top. Yours won't show that just yet. But it should actually show Welcome to English 100 and then signing in to turnitin.com. So if you did happen to miss that that email, you can actually find it here underneath the Welcome to English 100 announcement. And here I'll just kind of go over the mainstream flow of the course itself, how to get started, what to get started with, where you can find the syllabus information, and then also too what to complete for week 1. All right, you all can find that right here in this section, and I'll let you all actually kind of go over this at your leisure. But I just wanted to kind of show you and guide you all to where it is that you can find this information. If you have any questions that might end up popping up in the process of you doing the work, just feel free to reach on out to me, and I'll show you all how to get in contact with me the quickest way too as well. Just down below on that welcome email, you'll find a section titled Submitting Assignments. And that section here is really focused on introducing one main important tool, Turnitin.com. We'll use Turnitin.com as a tool to submit all of our work. Canvas is where we go to find our assignments. Turnitin is where we go to do just that, to turn it in, so that way we can get credit and it can be graded. If you all do not, or for whatever reason you cannot actually submit your assignment on the Turnitin.com because you're having problems or issues, I do typically allow for a grace period. So make sure to contact me immediately via email or via text to let me know that there's an issue, and set up an appointment, an office hours appointment with me to immediately resolve that issue if you cannot do it yourself. Okay? But you do have to have your work. The window is only open for 24 hours. Okay, so let's make sure to actually get that work there right on in, so that way you don't have it pile up. And that's only for in case of emergencies. Again, only for emergencies. Okay? Otherwise, everybody will be submitting their work to Turnitin.com, including the dialectical journals. So the dialectical journals and your writing assignments are the two forms of assignments that are going to be submitted on the Turnitin.com. However, your discussion boards, which are due weekly, they will not be due on Turnitin.com. It's just easier for me to actually post up your recordings and also provide you with feedback if you actually respond to the discussion board, which is either you can find either under discussion or under modules, and then I'll show you exactly what it looks like when you get to modules. Really, what you'll find is that modules is going to be the best place for you all to actually, like a one-stop shop. It's the mainstream flow of the course itself. So everything that you'll need in terms of books, resources, links, to know which assignments are actually due, and where to submit them. You can all find that stuff here underneath modules. Okay. The course week is actually from Monday through Sunday, and all formal writing assignments, even your informal writing assignments, your discussion boards, are due either to turn it in by the Sunday that it's due, that it's assigned on the date that it's actually due, or on to, in the case of the discussion boards only, that's the only thing you're going to be submitting on Canvas. The discussion boards are indeed marked as the dates that they are due, but all of my assignments are typically due, whether they're assignments, quizzes, discussion boards. They're always due on Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Okay, they're always due on a Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Okay. All right. So the best form to actually get in contact with me is indeed by text message, which we'll go to the video on the first page to see how to get that done, or by email or via Canvas inbox. Okay. So please make sure to read through this section here more thoroughly on your own, so that way you can kind of see what the syllabus entails, and also how to really how to get started with the course. So now we're back at the home page. I will show you all how to text me. So if you see here on the home page, there's a video that plays. This video is on Remind, and it just gives you an overview of how to join a class as a new user. You do not have to download the app. However, just enter in the information that's provided here underneath the Remind link. So I'm going to click on this link. Whoopsie. That's not supposed to happen for you. Okay. Well, I think it might actually be a little bit different because I've actually signed on in, so it won't actually show on my end. But when you click this link here, it should actually lead you to some directions on how to join our class. Okay, so you follow the instructions, and then boom, you'll join our class. That means that you'll just quite simply be able to text me. And when you text me, it's usually a quick response time. Sometimes I may actually be indisposed at the moment, especially on the weekends, so those usually take a little bit longer of a response time, usually within 24 hours though. Now, transitioning off to our next item. Let me scroll down here for a second. These are our course texts. You'll find that 2 of them are actually available for free. The Tao of Wu, and also Nickel and Dimed. You'll also find that there are actually 3 that are available, but I just couldn't actually find the image for the other one. You'll find underneath Getting Started, underneath course modules, there's a tab called Getting Started. You want to go here first. Here it goes over the basics of Canvas. You can skip the Skype joint. As a matter of fact, by the end of this video, you won't even see the Skype one. I'm going to delete that off of there. But the next entry that you should see is Jennifer Government, which is a free PDF copy of our book that we'll be using to write essay number 4, or writing assignment number 4. Then you also see, this is not included on the front text, but this one here actually is Nickel and Dimed by Barbara Ehrenreich. So please feel free to definitely download these copies. And I mean, if you prefer to have a hard copy, go ahead on over to the bookstore. You'll find multiple copies either in the bookstore or at your local Barnes and Nobles. But if you're fine with an electronic copy, feel free to download these for your charge. Next, below you'll see sections on the syllabus, including the course document, writing guidelines, and submission formats. You definitely want to read over these, because this is actually how this is going to be a major part of your grade, right? Your writing assignment submission guidelines. If I don't see things like a header or a heading, you will indeed be notified of it. So first you'll be notified, then you'll start to lose points. Okay, so let's make sure that all of our assignments include a header, a heading, and also a title. If it's a formal writing assignment, every single one of those papers there needs a title. Only for the formal writing assignments. Every single paper needs a title. Okay? And then, of course, everything should be written in Times New Roman 12-point font, double spaced. All right? No extra spaces or no extra gaps needed. Next, you'll see tips and tricks for college success. Here, the campus support tools will connect you with the campus health center, also to our sorry, there's a lot of traffic coming down outside right now. Please excuse the motorcycle in the background. That's not your professor. I'm not riding on a motorcycle right now. But you'll find a bunch of campus support tools here, everything from the Academic Success Center to the Campus Health Center to where to go for financial aid, also to counseling as well. Okay? Now let's actually transition to some of the more fun stuff. So for week 1, which is coming up to an end today, you all have these entries underneath your week 1 readings and resources. So your job here can actually be to read the Riz's Tao of Wu, to complete Beyond Wit and Grit, the video here that introduces the multiple intelligences. You'll have to complete the inventory. For yourselves, if you're in my online class, then you won't have to print this out. However, you will have to actually utilize it in your first discussion board, right? So utilize the information from the results of your inventory in your discussion board number 1. But if you are in my traditional face-to-face class, then you will have to print this out and bring it with you into class on our next meeting. Okay. Now, if you want to learn more information about your multiple intelligences, this is a link that will lead you to the larger descriptions of really what the features of it are, and also how to nourish or improve them, right? How to develop your skills in those various intellectual categories. Now, once you get finished with the readings and taking notes and getting more information on multiple intelligences and even taking the inventory to discover what your multiple intelligences are for you, then you're going to go here to the discussion boards. The discussion board, first assignment that you'll have to for this week is discussion board number 1. And discussion board number 1 is mostly intros. So your job here will really be to introduce yourself, to use the record and upload media feature to respond to these questions here. Okay? If you, for some odd reason, can't necessarily utilize the record and upload feature, then you may type in your responses too. Okay? All right. Now, lastly but not leastly, you'll have to complete the student info survey. That will indeed be due by tonight, or by tonight being August 18th. August 21st. Which this should actually be submitted online. However, if for some odd reason you just didn't complete it today, please be sure to complete it as soon as possible. All right. This helps me to get a little bit more background information about you and really what some of your academic goals are for this particular season, for this year. All right. Okay. Going down here, you'll see really this is the same flow for weeks 2 all the way through 18. Okay. So here underneath week 2, we'll start to get on into some narrative writing. But before we even get started, we have to complete a pre-writing assessment. So we'll complete this pre-writing assessment, and also too, you'll have to complete it at the end of the actual semester too as well. So it'll be a pre and post writing assessment. Okay. Here we'll begin to introduce the narrative concept of voice, and also too, we'll get introduced to hip hop down here, right? And examine some examples of narrative voice in hip hop, along with discussion board number 2. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. So this actually concludes just our first introductory video. You'll be seeing some more messages come from me from time to time throughout the entire semester. If you have any questions, please feel free. Go to the home page, click on Remind, and you will indeed be able to join our link where you can text me directly. Okay? Oh, and one last thing. If you all wanted to see... Okay, looks like I have a couple of updates that I need to make here. These are the wrong dates. However, if you wanted to actually see what assignments are due and when, you can always scroll down to the bottom, look at the course schedule down here, and you can see what assignments are actually due and when. Right, so I would actually start right here. Right, so tomorrow you'll have a syllabus quiz that's due. Make sure to actually complete that so we can get you some extra points. All right, don't worry, the quiz is out of 0. Do not worry if you don't see any points, even though you know you got an answer right. I always get complaints from students where they say, I got all of my answers right. Yes, you did. However, what I do is at the end of the semester, I'll take all of the questions that you answer correctly on your syllabus quiz and add them to your final grade, so they end up actually becoming extra credit points. But they can't be extra credit. The computer won't recognize it as extra credit if I enter a score into the grade book, right? So it does have to be out of 0. Don't worry, that won't mean that your score is a 0. That just means that it's a not weighted. It doesn't impact or negatively impact your grade. Okay, but I'll be adding points at the end of the semester for however many you get correct. All right. Okay, folks. So please feel free to explore through our course online, but you can actually do it in a very structured and focused kind of way. Just refer back to the announcements. Underneath the announcements, you can go to Welcome to English. Here, this is how you can get started. There's a note on how to submit assignments and also to the best contact options to get in touch with me. All right, folks. Oh, one last thing. Make sure to sign in to Turnitin.com. There's a video right here which shows you the ins and outs of how to apply, how to register for or enroll in our course on Turnitin.com. You'll need the class ID, which is located down here, along with the enrollment password, which is hiphop1, all lowercase, no space, and the number symbol 1. Okay. Feel free to reach on out to me if you have any questions, and if not, I will see you all later. Peace.